Here are the most used words in K-pop, people edition. First, let's talk about me. The word for me or I is na, and so is 내가. Two ways to say my are 내 and 나의, which is just na with the possessive particle 에 attached to the end of it. Now we can talk about you. The way to say you is 너 or 네가, which is actually spelled with an E, but it's pronounced and sometimes written with an I. Two ways to say your are 니 and 너의, which is just 너 with the possessive particle 에 attached to it. Okay, now let's talk about us. The number one way to say we or us is 우리. Some people also use 우리 둘이, which kind of means the two of us, but it also just means us. The way to say our is 우리의, which is just 우리 with the possessive particle 에 attached to it. Finally, the way to say you and me is 너와 나. 너 is you, 와 means with or and 나 is me. Let me teach you about Korean object marking particles. The object of a sentence is what the verb happens to, and in Korean, that's marked with ul or rul. Let's take this sentence for example. The object is what the verb is happening to, or the thing that is receiving the verb. 김치를 먹어요 means I eat kimchi. 먹어요 is the verb. What do we eat? Kimchi. So, kimchi is the object. Here's another one. 책을 좋아해요. 책 are books. 좋아해요 means to like. 좋아해요 is the verb. What do we like? Books. Therefore, 책 or books are the object. Are you curious about how this means this? I'll show you. Let's go. First off, it's worth noting that 울다 means to cry. The ending 고 싶다 means that you want to do a verb. So with 하다 meaning to do, 하고 싶다 or 하고 싶어요 means you want to do. With 먹다 meaning to eat, 먹고 싶다 means you want to eat. And then with 울다 meaning to cry, 울고 싶다 means you want to cry. On the other hand, we've got the ending 지 않다 or 지 않아요, which means not or don't. It turns things negative. If you take the phrase 하고 싶다, meaning you want to do, and you put 지 않다 to the end of it, it becomes 하고 싶지 않다 or 하고 싶지 않아요, which means you don't want to do. If you put 지 않다 after 먹고 싶다, meaning you want to eat, it becomes 먹고 싶지 않다, which means you don't want to eat. And finally, if you take the phrase 울고 싶다, meaning you want to cry, and put 지 않다 at the end of it, it becomes 울고 싶지 않다, which means you don't want to cry. And then the phrase 울고 싶지 않아 is just the present tense form. Here are the most used words in K-pop, time edition. 이 is this, and 순간 is moment. So 이 순간 means this moment. 지금 means now. 항상 means always, and 절대 means never. 영원히 means forever. 오늘 is today, and 매일 means every day. 하루 is a day. 처음 is the beginning, the start or first. And 아직 means still or yet. While listening to Nayeon's ABCD, I heard her say, and it got me wondering, what does 주다 really mean? Because 가르쳐 comes from the verb 가르치다, which means to teach, and 줄게 comes from 주다, which means to give. So what? 가르쳐 줄게 means I'll give you teach? Nope. 주다 actually has two meanings. The first one means to give, and the second one means to like do a favor for somebody or do something for somebody. And there's three common ways that this is used. There's either 주세요, which means please give me this, 줘, which is a shortened version of that, and 줄게, which means I will give you or I will do this for you. I'll show you what I mean. 물 주세요 means please give me water, but 말해줘 or 말해주세요 means please say it for me or please tell me. 하나만 주세요 means please give me just one, but 도와주세요 means please help for me or please do me a favor and help me. 밥 주세요 means please give me rice, but 가르쳐 주세요 means please teach it for me or please do me a favor and teach me. With the ending 을게요 meaning I will do this, 가르쳐 줄게요 means I will do you a favor and teach you, or I will teach you for you. So, how to fall in love 가르쳐 줄게 means I will teach you how to fall in love. Here are some common words you'll hear in K-pop, part 1. 눈, 입술, 머리, 손, 팔, 마음, 느낌, 세상, 꼭, 있다, 없다, 좀 더. Here are 8 common verbs you can find in most K-pop songs about love. 빠지다 means to fall emotionally or physically. 따라오다, usually heard as 따라와, means to follow me or come along. 원하다 means to want or desire. 멈추다 means to stop. 기다리다 means to wait. 들어오다, usually heard as 들어와, means to come in. 떨리다 means to shake or tremble. 보다, usually heard as 봐, means to look, see, or watch. Also, I just dropped the full song breakdown to ABCD, so go check it out. What does this mean? Well, I know the verb in question is 벗어나다, which means to get out of or break away from something. And in order to explain what the 수 없어 ending means, I'm going to also bring in 먹다, which means to eat, and 하다, which means to do. Funnily enough, when you're hearing the ending 수 없어, you're actually hearing 수 없어. When you add 수 없어 to the end of a verb, it means that you can't do that verb. In the case of 먹다, meaning to eat, 먹을 수 없다 means you can't eat. With 하다, meaning to do, 할 수 없다 means you can't do. 벗어나다, meaning to break away from something or get out of something. 벗어날 수 없다 means you can't get out of or break away from it. Now, on the other hand, the opposite of 없다, meaning to not have, is 있다, which means to have or to exist. So naturally, 먹을 수 있다 means that you can eat. 할 수 있다 means you can do it. And 벗어날 수 있다 means you can get out of something or break away from something. So to wrap this all up, 벗어날 수 없어 means you can't get out of something or you can't break free from something or you can't escape something. Whereas 벗어날 수 있어 means you can get out of something or you can break away from something.